The Volk 2 was my main 2x2 for more than half a year, but that might change today. This is the YJ MGC Elite 2x2. So this actually comes with the Cubicle Pro Shop service. Okay, I don't think it comes with a plastic wrap because the Cubicle Pro Shop needs to lube it, so I understand. If you need a bit of background information, the Volk was basically the best 2x2 by far. Literally everyone used it until this came out, and I heard that many people have switched their main to this. So I had to get it because 2x2 is my #1 favorite event of all time. I think it's my favorite event because it actually makes me feel like I'm fast at cubing. So let me put that to the side. This is the box that it comes with, but it just has a screwdriver and some springs. And yes, I was right. I'm probably just going to keep the screwdriver, but I'm probably going to throw away the rest because I really hate customizing 2x2s. And then this is the actual cube. Whoa, that is really quiet. Almost sounds like it's being muffled. So for comparison, here's the Volk. And as you can see, the Volk is really crunchy, but this one just feels so quiet. I don't know if it's just the Cubicle Pro Shop leaving it that way, but this is super quiet. Also, I can notice that it corner cuts a lot better than the Volk. Not when testing though. When testing, I think the Volk might be better. The Volk basically cuts everywhere when you're testing, but when you're turning, it kind of has some resistance to it. Unlike the MGC Elite, which has basically no resistance to it when in turning. And also the MGC is a bit more stable than the Volk. So if you can see the designs, kind of this one. If you see the Volk's design, if I push these two corners together, these two will pop out. But if I push the MGC's corners together, it won't pop out as dramatically. So maybe it's just the piece and edge design that make it help with anti-pop. So I think this is really good. It's probably going to become my main, but I'm just going to do a solo. Okay, so I'm going to insert this one into the back, which will leave a bar on the right. So overall, I really like it, and I definitely have to do a lot of solves to see if I can finally give it the position over the Volk. Frankly, I did get a lot slower on 2x2, but that's not what's important. What's important is how good the cube is, and honestly, the cube is excellent, both in terms of quality and performance. The performance of this cube is as good as the Volk, maybe even better, but I don't think this cube is worth the money if you already have a Volk. But if you don't have the Volk and you want the best 2x2 on the market, an extremely solid 2x2, I would go with the Elite. However, I don't think this cube is perfect. I do have two main drawbacks about this cube. One is personal, one is kind of for the general audience. The general drawback is that it's a bit fast, not like the Volk where you could argue your way that it's fast. I think basically everyone would think it's fast unless you lube it well, which the Cubicle Pro Shop has done, so I don't really have that problem, but I think if you didn't put any lube or you don't know how to lube a cube very well, you wouldn't like it that much. My second complaint is that the texture feels kind of unnatural and weird for me. It feels like the cube is still in a plastic wrapping when it's not, and also it's not a glossy feel, not a matte feel, but it's such a subtle difference that this wouldn't stop me from it becoming my main. Considering everything I've said, now it's time to give the MGC Elite 2x2 a score. Starting off with speed, the Elite is shockingly fast, tremendously fast, almost to the point where it's problematic. However, it's not exactly there, but getting there, still it gets a decent 6 out of 10. Magnets are good, not great, no GTS 3 by any means, still okay, and gets a 7 out of 10. Stability is good, not great, similar story here, but still it gets a respectable 7 out of 10. Corner cutting, however, is excellent, cutting basically everything with ease. I can't give it a 10 because it has the slightest amount of resistance, and it gets a 9 out of 10. Innovation is low. This cube is a 2x2, so that's kind of what you'd expect, and it gets a 2 out of 10. Quality, however, is excellent with the best materials in class. Everything feels sturdy, and it feels like it would last a long time. However, I can't give it a 10 because of companies like Gan and Chi, which have a stronger brand name, and it gets a 9 out of 10. Last up is value, which is a little bit lower. This is around $20, which is similar to the Volk for similar Volk performance, but cube prices have gone up generally. Still, it gets a 7 out of 10 for a total score of 47 out of 70. Frankly, I don't know if 47 out of 70 is a good score. You guys can make the decision for yourself. I do need to test more 2x2s and score the Volk, but the GTS 3 that I tested in the video before did get a 52 out of 70, but that might be due to the fact that it's just a 3x3, so I definitely need to score cubes by their own category. But for now, hope you enjoy the rest of the solves.